This is the Computer Programming University. Shout out to my CPU squad. CPU squad is in the house. I have a special announcement. If you are considering upgrading to Python 3, then you need to stop, because you are probably looking for some big trouble, or you're probably looking to be having a lot of problems. So I'm going to explain to you exactly what I'm talking about in today's episode. This is a special bonus stream. We actually did a live stream earlier with a tutorial about strings and variables in Python. Okay, here's the deal. First of all, if you're not running Ubuntu, then you might not have to worry about this. It might not be relevant to you. However, if you are running Ubuntu and you're currently running Python 2.7, 2.x, whatever version, 2. Whatever, right? You might want to either avoid upgrading to Python 3 or just be mindful that you're probably going to be looking at some problems when you do the upgrade. So first of all, let me give you some details. Before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Mega Noob, new moderator who is in the chat right now live listening in, and to Rosso, Rosso V. I'm not trying to pronounce your last name. Okay, so here's the deal. First of all, the Ubuntu distribution still, at last that I checked, still relies heavily on Python 2.7. Python 2.7 is kind of the native version of Python for the Ubuntu installation. They're in the process of trying to migrate over to Python 3 to make it the default, because right now, like, let's say for example, if you were to get the Python 3 package on your Ubuntu installation, you type in Python, chances are it's going to run the old version. Right? Now you can obviously override that, and let me see if I can show you guys. Let's switch the display. You can override that manually, and I'll show you how. So let's pull up the center display, get those fishes out of here. All right, so as you can see, if you guys watch my tutorials here, I get a lot of these errors, and that's what that's all about. User lib, Python 3, blah, blah, blah. This is what you're going to get. Module not found, error. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this into the description of this video, because you guys are probably going to be searching for this, and I want you to be able to find this video so you can understand why you're getting those errors. So again, Ubuntu doesn't want to use Python 3. They want to use another version. They want to use the older version. Now, you can override this. Let's quit out of here, and I'll show you. So basically, you can smash that like. You know. So no, this is how you can do it. You can actually call the actual interpreter that you want, the version. So right now, I mean, you don't have to be in the actual directory, but I was in the directory when I actually ran that. Now, you can call it specifically, and actually if it's in your path, you don't have to actually go to the directory either, because right now it's currently in my path, so I don't have to actually go there. But the bottom line is, instead of just typing Python, you can call the Python 3.6, and that's how you can kind of override what your system really wants to do, which is 2.7. However, because of some complicated issues right now that are in terms of the transition from, you know, going from a 2x to 3x for the Ubuntu distribution, there are a lot of people that are having problems. Now, there's a lot of things that you can do to try to fix this. So I'm going to tell you what some of them are. You can try, and maybe it'll work for you. But unfortunately, be prepared that these solutions may not work for you. Case in point, did not work for me, right? So it didn't work for me. It might not work for you. So if you're thinking about going to version 3 and you're running Ubuntu, just be prepared. Maybe if you want to revert back or whatever, like, you know, just be mindful of that. That you may need to like go back to the old version, or go to 3 and just accept that it's going to be a little bit funky until they fix it. And from what I'm told, it could take 1 or 2 versions before they get it actually fixed. So if you look at some of the stuff that I was doing, So I did a sudo apt get update. I did a removal of var lib apt list. I did sudo the apt package C Python. I did, let's see, what else did I do? Sudo apt get install Python 3 app reinstall. Let's go from the top down so you guys can see this in order. So I checked my path to make sure, because I was considering maybe I should change the path and all that kind of stuff. But the first thing I did is I did a sudo apt get install Python 3.6, right? Then once I was done, I ran it, and then I realized I was still having problems. So then I did an apt get install Python -apt, and I did a sudo apt get install Python -apt, and then I ran it again. Was still getting problems, and for some reason I pasted that error. And then I did a reinstall. I did a sudo apt get install Python 3 -apt -reinstall. So I did a reinstallation of it. Tried it again, still the same problem. Then I tried to go to this directory, and I ran this command here. I removed the directory right there. Then I did an apt get update to get the packages back. And then I tried it again and still having a problem. So I think that's the last thing that I did. So it did not work for me. So with that being said, it's not that it doesn't work. It will work. But what happens is when you do crazy things like, let's say I say, let's see, one of my top subscribers, Mega Noob. Let's say Mega Noob equals rocks. Let's just do that, right? So that gives us an error message because that's not how you do it in Python 3. But as you can see, you also get all this package nonsense, mumbo jumbo. But if I were to do that again and say Mega Noob equals rocks, then we see no problems there. So if I say print, let's just try Mega Noob first. So you see it says rocks. If I say print, and let's do, remember, print is now a function in 3x, so I have to use the parentheses. If I don't, well, let's do the proper way first. So it's a string, I put it in quotes, and then I'm going to say mega, let's see if it'll finish it for me, Mega Noob, print that, no problem, prints it right out. Let's see if I'm coming from version 2x, so I don't know about the parentheses, so I go and I do this, print Mega Noob, which would work before, but now you're going to get an error message. And you see it's referencing the packages again. So from what I see, and there may be other problems, but from what I see, it actually works. It's just that whenever you have errors, it's going to, well, whenever you have errors with your code, it's going to also complain about your package, you know. That sounds kind of dirty. So anyway, so let's try something else. Let's do a top subscriber, top subscribers, and let's do brackets, and let's do boom boom, comma boom boom, comma boom boom, comma boom boom. So let's do that, and let's do Mega Noob. Let's do Rasso. And who else do we have listening in? Who else is listening in to this live CPU squad production? I don't know who else is listening in right now. Who else is listening in? Who else is listening in to the live broadcast? Ba-dum-bum-bum. I need to put 2 more names into my list. I'm going to see if it actually, if the list will actually work. Now, we're getting various errors, but let's see if the list will actually work. So let me put some additional names in here. Some more top subscribers. So there's another top subscriber. Get rid of that space. And let's get MJ Shahid, who actually bought my course. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Another top subscriber. Notification squad is in the house. All right, so there we go. So now we can, let's see, let's do enter. So it's complaining. What is the problem? What did I do wrong here? Oh, who knows what mistake I made? Who knows what mistake I made? Let me clear this up. This is a lot of mess on the screen. So I'm gonna clean this up. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, what is wrong with this? Why did I get an error message? Who can tell me what I did wrong? Let me take a look at the comment section, the chat. Who's in the chat? Super useful for finding stuff. Yeah, I must get into it. Other videos live now. See, you are there if you are coming. Of course I am. What's wrong with Python 3? Nearly forgot to like. Forgive me. Wasn't listening to it intently. There you go. Mega Noob. Are those errors asking you to import modules? Oh, I see. Warsaw. No. Okay. So let's. Oh yeah. I think you just said it, Mega Noob. You just said it, Mega Noob. All right. So let's go to the beginning and let's do equal. We just said top subscribers, and then we just started typing away bracket names and quotes and commas, and come on, man. What does that mean? Equals. I'm trying to create something. I'm trying to say this list called top subscribers consists of or is equal to the contents in my brackets, right? So now if I hit enter, no problem. Now, in the old version, if I just did top subscribers, it should work. Let's see if it works. It actually still works, just like that. So now, so far it's working. So this list seems to be functional. So let me see if I can do a print parentheses, and let's do top subscribers. That works. Awesome. So let's see what happens if I put quotes in there as well. Okay, so when I do that, it interprets it as a string. Remember, whenever you're doing a string, you always put it in quotes, right? Without the quotes, then it's like, oh, okay, you want the list, right? So let's see if we can do something here. So let's say that top subscriber. I forgot the O. Top subscribers. And let's do one. No, let's do one equals. And let's say updated sub. Okay. Now, I smell an error message coming on. Who thinks I'm going to get an error message? Unfortunately, this broadcast is delayed. By the time you guys hear my question, I've already moved on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter so you guys can see that there is no error. Aha! You thought there was an error. Now let's do top subscribers and see what happens. So top subscribers, you can see right here, right? And now let's do it now. Look at that! Megadoop, updated sub, Naras, and MJ Shahid. So it works. Now, there may be something, I can't test every single thing. There may be some things that won't actually work. So that's the thing I have to be mindful of, that somewhere I start doing, like, this is simple stuff. If I start doing some advanced program, and at some point in time I may pull a module or do something where it's like, oh, you know, I don't know what you're doing because of the problem with the with Ubuntu. But it seems like most things seem to work. It's just whenever you do something wrong, you get errors for what you did wrong. On top of that, you get a lot of errors about your package, right? So Rosso has been replaced with new data. That's right. That's right. Mega Noob says we're going to create software to take over the world. So what else can we do? So you guys understand what I did? So at first, can you see? Yeah, at first I created a list called top subscribers. How do we know it's a list? Because I put it in the square brackets, right? What's the contents? If this was a two, I'm gonna give you guys a little snapshot. We're gonna cover this stuff in the future. Advanced lesson snapshot for you guys. Notification squad. Tuple, basically considered a read-only list. We would have it in curly brackets, right? List square brackets, right? And then, and actually, I might be mixing that up because you have a list and you have a tuple and then you have a dictionary. I'm sorry, the dictionary is the curly brackets and the tuple is the parentheses. So I actually did that incorrectly. Let me confirm that. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. So Python tuple, and let's see, I believe I'm saying it is not curly brackets but parentheses. Tuple format, let's see what that looks like. Printing a tuple, new style tuple. Yeah, so tuple is the parentheses. So a tuple would look like this. So we'd have inside of that, we would have our values. If it's numbers, it'd be like 50, 500, 100, right? But if it was a dictionary, and we'll cover that in the future, I'm jumping a gun here, then we would have in the curly brackets, we would have basically pairs. Let's do pairs. So that's one. And let's do another. So let's do two pairs. So we'd have, actually we should have two sets of quotes for each string. So we could have some value here separated by a colon. Whoa, what am I doing? And then we would have another value here, right? So we have a value here, a value here, and we separate it by a colon. So we'll talk about that. You have a key and you have a value. And instead of just referring to the index number like I did before, you'd actually refer to the name or the key. All right, so that is pretty much all I have today. What kind of song? All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. So again, if you are considering to going to Python 3x, just keep in mind you might be in for some problems. All right, so you might want to wait, or if you don't want to wait, you can do, like I said, it works, right? It just, some stuff might not work, but for the most part, it seems to work, right? So just keep that in mind. And now I need to find a song to sing. What is the song that I am going to sing now? What is this? Updates. Go away and stop bothering me. Let's see. Well, I considering I butchered the Air Force song, let's get the actual lyrics. I could sing the song properly. So we're gonna sing the Air Force song while looking at fishes. How you like them apples? All right, so here we go. Let's get the full screen. And all right. Bum bum bum. Off we go into the wide blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Adam boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spotting our flame. I might totally mess it up. I just want to jump to the verse. That's the verse. I'm not at the verse yet. It's where is it? It's we'll be there, followed by in the echelon we carry on. Oh, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. Nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force. I don't know, man. Maybe we can play the actual song since I suck at singing the Air Force song. Oh, it's not playing because I don't have my sound set up properly in Ubuntu. Let's see if I can find it online somewhere. Bum ba ba bum ba bum 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 ba ba bum ba bum. Here we go. Here we go. All right. U.S. Air Force. Give her the gun. This is the Computer Programming University, where learning is always fun. That is the motto here. Learning should be fun, and it is fun here at the Computer Programming University. And you are witnessing the birth of, soon to be, one of the largest and best channels to learn about programming, Python, SQL, and much more. And singing. Thank you for joining in live across the globe. Top subscribers, Mega Noob, Rosso, Bonjour, Buonanotte, Buenas noches, Au revoir, Salut. CPU Squad.